Ago, I got a wonderful brother-in-law, um, and was grateful for that. And I also got his entire family, and that doesn't happen in every family, but it happened here. And Diane and Mike were truly a third set of grandparents to my children, and we enjoyed many vacations together in Hershey and Ocean City and Disney. And I'm very happy and fortunate that I had them in my life. This is my son John. There are some pictures of him with Diane and Mike out on the boards. And he wrote a lovely post on Facebook, which I would read for him, but he'd like to say his own words. Do you want to raise your chair up a little bit?
Okay.
All right. He's got a bad ear infection, and he's not hearing that great today, so his voice is either going to be real low or real loud, so I'm not quite sure. But raise up so everybody can see you and hear you, okay? All right. Here, you can turn that way now.
Okay.
And you can talk loud.
Hello, everyone. Okay. What can I tell you about my extra grandparents? I wouldn't even know, even though I wasn't blood related to them. Even though I wasn't blood related to them, they were like my extra. They were my extra grandparents. I was like a third grandson to them, and Mama and Papa were really special to me. And one of my favorite meals that Mama made for me, for everyone, is Mama meatballs.
That's right.
And now, I sincerely hope they're having them in heaven.
Good. I think they are.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, John.
Why don't you stay with Pop, John?
You want to stay with me?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I am Carolyn's father. This is my grandson. Steve, of course, is my son-in-law.
Gotta talk louder, Dad.
Okay. Steve is my son-in-law. Carolyn is my daughter. And this is one of my grandsons. And there's another one right there, the Navy SEAL to be, Stephen. Very proud of him. And of course, there's Michael, who was born on my birthday, and a birthday coming up, and Catherine, and of course Claire, we just heard. I look around, I see a lot of sad faces, but the reality of it is that we should be happy. Happy that we had Mike in our life. Special guy. The word selfless will be used a lot today, but that sums him up. I was proud to be associated with him. He was one of the finest men I've ever met. Rest in peace, Mike.
Thank you.
Bruce took some of my words. I'm Marianne Dorley, Steve's mother-in-law. Last night, as I was writing a sympathy card for Pop-Up Mike to the family, I thought deeply about him. We all know he was loving, he was kind, and he was humble. We all agree that. But one word that said Mike was selfless. It was never about him. It was always about others, his family, his friends. That selflessness in him, I believe, was the good in him. It was the God in him. Let him be an example to all of us. I have fond memories of the many years, over 25, that I spent with him. I am grateful I had his company for those 25 years. He leaves behind a loving family, and I know you will be a great source of comfort and support to one another. I'll leave you with these words I read last night. A person who departs from this earth never truly leaves, for they are still alive in our hearts and minds. Through us, they live on. They are a part of us. I am so honored to have known Mike Torellis. Thank you, Mike. God bless you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dave Birchmeyer. I'm the current club president with South Jersey Region Antique Automobile Club of America. Knew Mike for probably the last 20 years. I've never been to a venue of this sort, and being a car guy, I think this is pretty special and pretty neat. He would like this. This is something that I might want to entertain when the time comes. I'll keep it brief because I'm sure there's other people that would like to speak, but Mike was quite a guy, as was stated in the past. Being frugal, as car people, we're all frugal except for car parts. Then there's no limit on what we purchase it, and
Not with my dad. He still got him cheap.
so he was special. Right. One quick story. Mike would always go up to Philadelphia for our annual national meeting in February at the Sheraton at 17th and Race. Most of us drive up, spend the $5 for the bridge, $10 for gasoline, $22.50 to park in the parking lot. You did get reimbursed if you stayed overnight. Not Mike. He'd drive, I believe, to the high-speed line. He'd had a senior pass and special token. He'd run over the bridge there. Then he'd catch a bus to about 4 or 5 blocks away. Then he would walk to 17th and Race. So, Mike, what did it cost you? I said, I think I got maybe $1.10 involved in the whole transaction. Where the rest of us spent, I don't know, $35, $40 just for the transportation to get there and back. But that was always kind of a neat deal. And so we were here about 8 or 9 years ago for like an open house with the region, the club, and saw the beautiful cars, saw the pit, brought back memories from my grandfather. Us car people, I mean, we're like a family. We don't always get along, but we have respect for each other. We have admiration, and we have honor. And that's the main three deals. And Mike, he covered all three. Plus, he had a real neat haircut too. He was part of the club. He will be missed. Great guy. A lot of club members are here today, and we're here for you guys. And I just want to thank you. I'm very humbled for being here, standing up, and just giving a few thoughts, about your father, grandfather, great-grandfather. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name's Mike Cracky. I work at South Jersey Gas, and I met Mike at South Jersey Gas. He worked down in McKee City in Egg Harbor Township. It's where we have our LNG plant and gas control. He was a gas control. And I started down there back in 1986, and he was doing gas control as he always done. And we got to talking on various nights, and we had a common bond or interest, whereas a lot of parts laying around here probably, and definitely the Black Roadster over there came from my uncle's garage down in Millville. My uncle did a lot of junking of cars, old cars and stuff. He wasn't into the old cars, he just sold the parts. And Mike was a good customer. And therefore I think he caught my uncle on a bad poker day, that's why he was able to walk away with that car. But no, working with Mike was always a pleasure. He was very knowledgeable. It was just like, I was working with family in a sense, and because I kind of grew up with the same, where my dad was always tinkering things, working on things, fixing things, building structures like this from everything around rather than, going and getting new. And and working with him, like I said, was great. He taught me a lot. In fact, I actually became a supervisor in those last 4 or 5 years of his career, and which was good because I was able to rely on people, especially him, to help me along in knowing what to do. And it was great, working with him. I don't know who was supervising who, but it didn't really matter as long as it was getting done. And with him, you could put him on autopilot, and that was a great thing. He used to come he did come for years. We have a Christmas Eve breakfast every year down there, and he's been there a regular attendee for, gosh, I don't know, I guess since he retired. Yeah, and he'll be missed there. This is a great guy, kind guy, and one heck of a guy. He's going to be sorely missed, and I can bring the conveyances of the people in my office that got to know him after the fact, rather than having the pleasure and honor of working alongside with him over the many years like I was able to do. So my sympathy to the family and to all his extended family and the rest of his friends. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think now we'll hear a song from my daughter, and there will be a little bit of participation if anybody would like as well, but I'll let her take over.
Yeah, if you know the words, you can.
Tell them the song. Tell them the song.
It's Smile, Charlie Chaplin song.
Come out.
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile.
That's my dad's chair. He has it rigged up so he can lean back and lay in the sun. I tripped over it. But my dad had a tendency to rig a lot of things around here, so you gotta be careful when you walk around. So I really appreciate hearing all those great things about my dad, and I'm really, as I was sitting there hearing it, listening, I was kind of going through the years in my mind. And as a kid, I was really proud of my dad. It was pretty cool to see my dad, fix something that of mine, or even in the house that, doesn't even look like it could possibly work. And it was pretty magical for me as a kid. And I looked up to that. It was really cool to help him in the garage actually work on a car that I knew he was going to put in a show. And I could say that, I helped wet sand the 32, or